Both Anthony Davis and Karl-Anthony Towns were drafted #1 overall and both played for John Calipari at Kentucky. You know it, I know it, and the American people know it. But Davis is 5-0 in head-to-head meetings against Towns, had 28 points and 12 rebounds in New Orleans' 123-109 win over the T-Wolves. When you look at the head-to-head showdown, it's clear that the elder big man has been the more dominating player of the two. We don't even throw Boogie Cousins into this mix, who is also a dominating big man as he's trying to find his way there in New Orleans. But 35 and 10 per game against the T-Wolves for AD. 23 and 10 ain't bad, but AD clearly better in every category that matters to measure. So overreaction or not, Anthony Davis has proven he's a better NBA player than Karl-Anthony Towns by the sheer fact of dominating in these matchups.
That's hard to say. I think there's some reasons for him dominating the individual matchup. It's probably fair. I mean, Anthony Davis is one of the best players in the NBA. Karl-Anthony Towns not far behind him, but is he a little behind him? Yeah, I think so. I mean, he's a couple years. He's got a couple years to develop, and Anthony Davis has had some time to figure out the NBA game. He's had some, just unbelievable games and showed you what he's capable of. So I think it's fair to say Anthony Davis is a peg better than Towns, but not by much. I mean, Towns is right there with him for being a couple years behind him in his development. This, to me, breaks down to the T-Wolves are just not a very good team. So, even though the Pelicans are not some world beaters, they've been able to win this matchup every time. I also think Davis is just a little bit too quick for Cat. Cat is a guy who's very quick, but he's a little bit more plodding as far as just comparing to Anthony Davis. When Cat is going up against someone that's even more plodding than him, his quickness, his versatility, the soft hands, the footwork, it really shows. And it shows even when they play. I mean, Cat had a great game today, 33 points.
Right. He was the top scorer on the floor in this game.
But Anthony Davis has that small forward kind of quick twitch ability that I think he's just able to exploit that matchup, that aspect of their matchup when they play. And that's just something Karl's going to have to work on. He's going to have to get a little quicker with his defensive reads and the way he gets his angles better to keep Davis out of easy scoring situations. But I don't take too much into this, and I don't think it's now that we break this down, we can really see Davis is that much better than Towns. Look, you're fine with both of them, and two of them they might be the best two in the game, and the third best big man in the game might be the other guy that is in the front court of New Orleans with Anthony Davis in DeMarcus Cousins. So it's interesting. I'm fascinated by a 5-0 split so far, but I don't take it as the fact that Cat's that far behind Davis, even though he probably is.
And I don't think it's an overreaction to say Davis is better than Towns, but I think context is fair to Towns. It's going to be more appropriate to compare Towns to Davis when they're at the same age, when they're at the same year in development. Comparing them right now at 2017, Davis has been in the league longer. Let's wait until Towns is in his 4th or 5th year and compare that season to what Davis is doing now.
100%.
And then it's probably, in my estimation at least, a fairer argument.